briefly talk about 4 of those. One of the nicknames for Fort Worth is where the West begins. The history of that goes back to Sam Houston. Another nickname for Fort Worth is City of Cowboys and Culture. A lot of people are not aware that Fort Worth, Texas is the 13th largest city in the United States of America, population-wise. Another nickname for Fort Worth, Panther City. And of course, that's a cool name for a town, and there is cool history that goes with that. But the best known nickname for Fort Worth is Cowtown. And right now, I happen to be pointing at the Cowtown Coliseum right there at PBR on Thursdays, bull riding. And every Friday and Saturday night, they have a full-blown rodeo in there, and lots of other events throughout the year. But where did Cowtown come about? Well, Cowtown came about because, well, after the Civil War, the economy in Texas was wrecked, destroyed. We did not have a lot of jobs or assets. We did have one asset, though. We had millions of Longhorn cattle way down in South Texas. And it just so happened that the North, way up that way, had pretty much used up their beef. For every 6 people, they had about 1 cow at that time. While down south, for every 1 person we had about 6 cows. Down there, a cow's worth about $4. But if you can get it from down there south of San Antonio, up to Austin, up to Waco, up to Fort Worth, through downtown Fort Worth, across the Trinity River, and into this creek valley where we all are here. There were no buildings here yet. To get it through here, and then get it all the way to Abilene, Kansas, where the railroads already were, you could often sell that $4 cow for as much as 40. So economics, supply in the south, demand in the north, here come the cattle drives. It's basically I-35 west today, called the Chisholm Trail. I-35 does scoot around the Stockyards. It's about 1.5 miles east of here. Later on they reconvene. But here in the Creek Valley, we're in the heart of the over 800-mile trail. And starts 400 plus miles south of here, ends 400 plus miles north of here. And there are markers along the trail. And one of them's over here in the RFD line. It says Chisholm Trail. Still, you might say, so what? Why do you do the cattle drives twice a day? Well, the cattle drives that came through here after the war brought back the economy in Texas that was completely destroyed by the war and put the cowboy culture stamp on Texas. And Fort Worth was the most important stop on that most important trail. Yet all those cities south of here, really nothing of population from here all the way to Abilene, Kansas, the second half of the trail. So they push them through town, across the river, into the Creek Valley here. They would be here 3, 4, maybe 5 days. They would be resupplying for that long stretch. They would also take turns going back into Fort Worth and party a lot. Fort Worth was the craziest of all the Wild West towns you've heard about. I'll give you examples. Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, made a big mistake that led to them deciding to leave Kentucky, which is what they did.
Cattle were driven by men and women on horseback called drovers, wide-brimmed hats, skirt on their boots. 150 years ago, this was their last stop before the Long War, over 500 miles of rugged land to Kansas. Fort Worth, the soldiers last chance to buy supply, enjoy a good meal, pick up their heels before months of beans and hardtack and sleeping under the stars. Today you'll get a glimpse of that, man. But the herd is more than spectacle. It's a reminder of Fort Worth's western heritage, of the cowboy grit and rugged independence so ingrained in the Texas spirit. That spirit is still here, and you are a part of it. So be sure and take your hat and say howdy. Texas Longhorn pass by with our drovers. In the Stockyards, good days of new adventure. Starts right here with the Fort Worth herd.
Thank you all again for coming out to the Fort Worth Stockyards and the cattle drive. Let's give a big hand around Fort Worth herd.